Welcome to Managing Anxiety and Stress, a module from the Manage Your Mind series presented by Mental Wellness Unleashed. At Mental Wellness Unleashed, we facilitate programs that are grounded in cognitive behavioral therapy techniques and assist those that have a mental health condition and those that do not to implement tools and techniques to manage our self-care and better equip us to respond and react to any given situation. So let's take a look at what we're going to cover. First, what are the facts and effects of anxiety and stress? We'll then discuss the types of anxiety and then spend some time identifying our own triggers and our stressors. And then we'll discuss some of the resources and practices that we've gleaned and share those with you. And finally, we're going to build an action plan to support us in our implementation to manage stress. The fact that many individuals go undiagnosed or don't believe that they have an anxiety disorder is a real issue, and it impacts the quality of a person's life. What are the effects that daily stress and anxiety have on our life? Many times, issues at work or an employee's work performance may dip, and this coincides with something such as anxiety and stress. And it can be resolved by opening the lines of communication with one another and implementing some self-management tools. And communication and relationships can be affected by anxiety and stress due to poor decision-making or the desire to isolate from others or becoming fearful of a situation, which then can turn into triggers or what we call those stressors. Reoccurring or repeating thoughts of worry and fear is another large factor in causing anxiety and stress. These thoughts can become habitual, causing a negative thought pattern around oneself and affect self-confidence and self-worth. This can also cause what we call self-limiting beliefs or life blocks, which in turn affects an individual professionally and personally. Excessive worry or fear of a situation or issue can interfere with and affect one's ability to function and the ability to even socialize. And many with high levels of stress or anxiety often report experiencing some type of sleep disturbance or insomnia, which can include not being able to go to sleep, maybe not being able to stay asleep, or just not getting enough sleep and waking up too early or too often, very consistently. Sleeping disturbances can cause poor decision-making, again, communication challenges, and it creates an inability to think or reason. There's a high risk of harm when driving or even operating machinery on a lack of sleep. And anxiety and stress can also cause a difficulty in focusing, lack of patience, and irritability, which in turn, again, impacts relationships or interactions with others, and again, more difficulty in communicating. Physical distress caused by stress and anxiety can cause an individual to experience heart palpitations, sweating, shaking, having a hard time breathing, even digestive problems. The good news is, if an individual is aware of their anxiety and can manage it, they're more likely to have the ability to become more resilient when things go wrong. They are also more likely to follow up when there's a conflict with an individual, coworker, manager, or family. Research has also found that anxiety is often positively connected to intelligence because it's linked to intuition. So thank you for taking some time out to self-reflect on your situations. So when in these stressful situations, or with certain individuals, does it seem more difficult to make some sound decisions? It can be a real challenge to be confident when making the right decisions under so much stress and pressure. So let's look at a tool that we can better equip ourselves to help us make decisions while under duress.